You got to let it go. You got to let it go.
Day 2 of my travels through the Black Forest. Right now I'm driving through Black Forest close to Baden-Baden, going all the way down to Freiburg. If you end up in this part of the country, and I strongly recommend that you do come to the Black Forest, zoom into the map and pick the roads that are windy and go through the mountains rather than the long straight roads which are the motorways, because these windy roads are so beautiful. The tarmac is amazing, and it's just generally the quality is fantastic and it's fun to drive on. Still loving the adaptive cruise control. I've driven through this area and this forest many times, but it's the first time that I'm actually enjoying looking around, because most of the time I'm focused on the speed limit, the bends of the road, and keeping in my lane. And now with this cruise control and lane assist, the adaptive cruise control, if you order any car in the future and if you can afford this option, definitely tick it, because it's hard to express how pleasurable it is to drive. I mean, of course, if you want to go crazy and you want to take control of the car yourself, then great, you can disable it. But if you just want to enjoy the scenery and the route and not have to worry about the speed limit, then you just switch it on. What's amazing is that it knows when the speed limit is changing ahead of time. So instead of you seeing the speed limit sign and slamming on the brakes, it gradually starts to slow down as you get to that speed limit sign. And then as you go past it and the speed limit goes back to normal, it will speed up. So it goes from unlimited to 130, 10, 110, 120, whatever it changes, it just keeps doing it, and it takes away the pressure of focusing on the drive and making sure that you're not going to get fined for speeding, because all these small towns, when you go through them, they have cameras, and you can easily get fined for doing even 2-3 kilometers over the speed limit. In France they fined me doing 83 in an 80 zone. So yeah, this is fantastic. Right now I'm kind of sitting with my legs crossed, and I don't have to touch the brake, I don't have to touch the accelerator. All I have to do is keep my hands on the wheel, just look ahead of me, not worry about the street signs and anything, just keep driving and enjoying the view around me. Yeah, it's a little annoying for the people behind you who don't have that cruise control, because it then makes you slow, or obviously your car slows down automatically when it sees the speed limit, and people behind you are not interested. They just want to maybe sometimes speed through it, or they're waiting for the sign where you're speeding or slowing down in advance of the sign, right? So it was 40, 70, now it's picked up that it's going to be 100 and it's accelerating already. So, and also when you go around bends, because it knows through the maps that it's a bend, it will slow down. When you approach a roundabout, it will completely slow down enough to go over the roundabout, and you don't need to touch the brake pedal. Superb technology and the way they've done it. So many cars are bringing out this adaptive cruise control, but this is pretty good in this particular one that I have. I think the guy in the van behind me is really pissed off, because every time it's a 30 zone going through a town, the car goes to exactly 30 kilometers an hour, which is like 20 miles an hour. It's so slow. There was one van that overtook me. Oh wow. I'm back to this place where I've been a few times and stopped and taken pictures. It's very beautiful. There's an amazing hotel here, and a speed camera that gave me a sign last time. I was doing 37 in this 30 zone, but this time I'm doing 26. Hey, hey. Now I'm on the windy uphill road in the Black Forest, one of the most fun roads. The cars roaring. It does those strange synthetic backfires that cyclist jumped in front of a car, so 3 cars ahead of me slammed on their brakes. Everything fell. Now look at this. Isn't this heaven? This road, this Black Forest all around. These amazing trees and these amazing roads. I think people who live in the Black Forest maybe not appreciate this as much as others like me who come from abroad. It's such a picturesque and beautiful place with these amazing little villages and towns scattered around. Unfortunately, it's hard to show any of this through the camera because the camera only captures this particular view at one angle, whereas your eyes can see the whole panoramic view and up and down. And then you have a fast car. It kind of shows what a split second can do. I looked to the left to the camera and then I looked ahead and the cars had stopped. If the car didn't have automatic emergency braking, I probably would have, I wouldn't have crashed, but it would have been maybe half a second later. Because when I looked, the cars had stopped and my car was braking and beeping at the same time, so I just slammed on the brakes even more. Kind of saved me. Although I have one American trait that I'm really truly ashamed of, and it does a lot of damage. I'm a sucker for marketing. Whenever I see an advert on TV while I'm watching a program, I want whatever they're having, especially in terms of ice cream, drinks.
At the roundabout, take the first exit at Heinbachstrasse.
This sat-nav is not keeping quiet while I'm trying to talk. I know I can put it on mute, but unfortunately, if I put it on mute, then I get lost. So as I was saying, when I am watching TV, if I see someone drinking Baileys, I'll want Baileys. If I see someone drinking, I don't know, a glass of wine, I'll want that. If someone's eating chocolate or ice cream, it doesn't matter if I'm full, what time of the day it is, I'll want it. Same thing with other advertising. When I see things, I want them. I am such a sucker for advertising and marketing, and even though I know it affects me, I still fall for it. My Boxster 718 was a typical example where I went and placed an order for a car without seeing it, without test driving it, just because I saw an advert and liked it. How stupid is that? I learned my lesson the hard way by losing a lot of money. Another example of my being sucker for marketing is Red Bull. I used to hate the taste of Red Bull. I used to hate the smell of Red Bull. I never drank Red Bull until I started watching Jon Olsen's vlogs 2 years ago. He's a Red Bull athlete and he drinks a lot of Red Bull because I think he gets it for free, and obviously he likes caffeine. But for me, it wasn't about the caffeine, it wasn't about the brand, I just hated the taste of it. But I saw it so many times on his channel, and I started to think, I'm doing the same long journeys as he does, and when I drink too much coffee, I get heartburn and indigestion. So I bought a few Red Bulls from time to time as kind of a medicine, where I thought if I have Red Bull as a medicine, then it will keep me awake. guess what? Now I'm drinking Red Bull. So another company through